let's acquire the class materials. If you're already familiar with Git, you may skip this section, and I've provided all the links to my GitHub, but I would still recommend going through it, as I may show you something which you may not have yet practiced. So if you already have Git, if you don't have Git, go to just type in Git in any search engine, and this will be the first link, so you should get to gitscm.com. Just to get quickly started with Git, I suggest if you just type in try Git, you'll get to this fantastic tutorial on just basic commands. So after you've downloaded Git, go to my repo, which is going to be github.com/thepostfuturist/PressButtonGetBanana. All the links are here. In order to clone a repo, I'm going to copy this address, go into a folder where I would like to download this. With Windows, with PuTTY, you can right-click and it says Git Bash here. If you don't want to use Git, you can click on clone or download, and then download zip. In order to keep this as up-to-date as possible, let's do it with Git. So I'm in the folder, currently I'm just in downloads, and I'm gonna go git clone and just type in that address. It's going to download that repo. And once we go in, we see that there is a .git and also .git modules. And we also see a folder here which is called ZenCheck, but there's nothing in it. ZenCheck is a dependency injection framework for Unity. There have been several, and this is the second DI framework that I've used, the first one being Strange IOC. I found that ZenCheck has a more shallow learning curve and is easier to convince other people to use. So in order to download ZenCheck within Git itself and not having to do it manually, you'll see that I have instructions on the bottom. This is something that I have recently discovered myself, of containing several submodules of especially third-party code that I don't want to include or don't have the license or whatever. I'm not including for some reason in my code, but I can't supply it through another address for the repo. So I'm just going to follow. You see, I'm going to go into this directory. So PressButtonGetBanana, right? CD. There I am, and I'm going to type in git submodule init. It's going to initialize the submodules which I've listed here. Everything is correct. Then I will say git submodule update. And now it's going to download ZenCheck, and it's going to clone into this category. Okay, there we are. If we open it up, we'll see that we have all the documentation on ZenCheck, and we've got the Git repo as well. Now, I don't need all of the components for ZenCheck. So what I'm going to go into assets, and within ZenCheck, not so with assets, but within ZenCheck, I'm going to have just a series of documentation and several things for ZenCheck that I'm not going to be using. If I go to ZenCheck Unity project, assets, plugins, ZenCheck, this is all I will need to obtain. And I can just drag and drop it into assets. If you do want to do it via command line, then you basically can just copy and paste this. So I'm in this folder, and I'm just going to copy and paste that. And just give it one moment. So the copy command, I'm using the recursive flag from this directory, and I'm going to plug in ZenCheck and I have copied all of the components that I needed into the folder. Okay, great. So I've got Unity open. I'm just going to open that package. And give it a moment to open. Once you have followed the steps, let's begin.